I'm going to show you how to create a portfolio for our Educ 2000 class. First of all, I'll show you what it's going to look like when you are done with the first part of this task. So you will have a home page, and you can see I'm on the home page, that gives your name and a title there and gives the purpose of the portfolio. The next page that you'll create is an About Me page, and this page introduces your audience to who you are. It can be brief, or you can have more detail as I am showing here, so the people know who you are as a professional. The next you will have is a portfolio index with 3 pages under it. There's a drop-down menu, but you can actually click on the index, and the index page will take you to a list of portfolio pages. The task that you'll be working on this week is to create a sandbox page in which you practice all sorts of different tools that are available in Google Sites. So inserting pictures and maps and videos and placeholders and Google Slides and a photo carousel. So let's see how to do this. Go to your Google Drive and click on the waffle iron, the 9 little dots, the top right hand corner, to go to Google Apps. When you do that, select Sites. When Sites opens, I have a bunch of sites, but you may not have any yet. What you will do is click to start a new site. So click blank site, and it will open a new site for you. When it does that, we will start building the portfolio. So the first page will be, this is where you put your name, and then you can put Educ 2000 portfolio. If you wish to upload an image, you click to change the image and upload one that you have on your computer. Next, what you will do is you will insert a text box by clicking on the T for text box. And this, I'll show you where we're going with this. This is the home page, and we're putting in a text box that says the purpose of this site is to showcase the highlights of my work for the Educ 2000 course. And if you like, you can actually copy what I've created here, or you can come up with your own ideas of what you want to say, but you should give the purpose of your site. Next, what you're going to do is you click on Pages, and we're going to create a new page by clicking on the plus sign. And this new page is going to be called About Me, and then you say Done. Let's see what goes on that page. We go to the About Me, and this is where you will put information about yourself. If you feel comfortable with doing it, you can put a photograph of yourself, but you don't have to. You can also put a photograph of yourself in the About Me there. If you wish, put up an address, but I would not put your personal home address if you have a professional address if you're at school. Otherwise, don't do the address, and I would not put your cell phone number unless you want to. You can put your UMD email if you want to, if you have Instagram, Twitter, or anything else. But this information is optional. I do not want you to be vulnerable by putting personal information online unless it is professional. But here you will introduce yourself a little bit about who I am, and you can say what I do as a student, and you can talk about yourself as a future teacher. You do not have to put much on this page, just so that you know what an About Me page is. So to do that, you click on, once you've got the About Me page, you click Insert, and this is where again you insert, that's a text box. If you want to put a picture with text next to it, you click on that. So here we've just got plain text. This would be plain text, and this is where you can put text next to an image, and that's where you'd upload an image. But that's the About Me page. The next thing that we want to do, let's go back to pages. Now we're going to add another page, and I want you to call this sandbox. So we say done, and then we click to insert things onto the sandbox. And in the sandbox, what I want you to do is to play around with as many of these options as you can. So try to see what they do. You can't break it. Mine looks like this. Again, I'll show you. Sandbox. And I've got all sorts of things in there. What we will also do under the pages here is we're going to create and we're going to create another page which is called a portfolio index. And you'll say done. Now on your portfolio index you're going to create a table of contents. So table of contents, and on this we'll see what I've got here. Let's go to my portfolio index page. You can actually say how to navigate my portfolio site, so let's do that. So we'll put that in there, and then what you're going to put in there is a list of your portfolio pages. So I'm going to put here list of portfolio pages. Notice that that is a heading and this is a subheading. Here you will type photos for teaching and learning, and we'll make that a bulleted list, and then videos for teaching and learning. All right, now we'll come back to this later to make those links. So let's go back to the pages. Now this is important. We're going to make sub pages. So next to the portfolio index, you click on the three dots and click add a sub page and call this photos for T and L. Done. And again click back on the three dots next to portfolio index, add a sub page, videos for T and L. Done. So you'll see what's happening here. We have 3 pages, 4 pages, and under the portfolio index we have 2 sub pages. All right, now let's go back to the portfolio index pages. Now watch this trick. Highlight the words photos for teaching and learning, and what we want to do is we want to make a link. So we clicked on the 3 dots, insert link, and scroll down to where you see photos for teaching and learning and click on it and apply. Bingo, made a link. Do it again for this one. Videos for teaching and learning, got the 3 dots, click on the link, scroll down to videos for teaching and learning and apply. So we now have, if we go back to, we've got a home page, about me, sandbox, portfolio index with 2 sub pages. And in your sandbox you will have a bunch of stuff that will look like this. Oops, let's go to my sandbox. Here we go. All right, last thing you need to do is to give your site a, let's go to our home page, and you will call this sort of your name portfolio site. So let's go and say, if this is Snowy Mongan-Rallis, that's my dog, grand dog, portfolio. Okay, so we've got a name there, and we're going to hit publish. When you hit publish, you need to pick a web address. So if I'm just going to say Snowy Mongan-Rallis, so you type your, and I recommend that you actually use your name. All right, and it'll tell you who's available, and let us click publish. And that's what you need to do for this assignment.